Right. So how does it work if you have multiple kids then?
Outstanding. It usually goes off the first kid, but it can go off all the kids.
Okay.
So if you have 3 kids, find out what their enemy years are, that's probably when you're going to go.
Damn.
Now we basically, what we're doing right now, my man, is going to change life insurance rates in a couple years.
Wow.
Because once these people start realizing this is real, it is a whole new ball game. We have to get rid of the religious dogma. We need to start making sense of things. I do not believe a virgin gave birth to Jesus. It's ludicrous that people believe this stuff. It's ludicrous that people believe that Muhammad wrote one of the greatest books in human history, the Quran. Again, I'm not insulting anyone. That's one of the greatest books. Mm-hmm. An illiterate man wrote that? Come on, cut the games. Cut the games. Let's go into what actually works. Let's show you another way they operate. 3 is the number of the criminal. Criminal starts with C. C is the 3rd letter. Interesting that cop starts with C too. Very interesting how that works. But, that's why they call it Congress. Bunch of criminals at work. Now, you want to go even deeper again. We're peeling. We're going to peel here, folks. Name me all the last couple superpowers in world history. United States and the last 2.
Would it be Russia, China?
Soviet Union. I don't think Russia and China are superpowers yet. But if you go down the list, it will be USA, USSR, pre-Russia. Russia right now would not consider a superpower. And the last one you will call is the UK. The UK was empire. So now that we established that 3 is the number of the criminal, by the way, the Gambino crime family was started by a 3 life path. So again, we're revealing things, we're cutting onion things, but let's see how they actually take advantage. How do the elite actually apply this so they can get away with things? USSR starts with a U. UK starts with a U. United States of America starts with a U. U is the 21st letter. You want to do the math? 2 and 1 is 3. So the last 3 superpowers were all criminal regimes. And who's going to replace them? A lot of people think it's going to be China. C3, another criminal regime. Do people understand now what these people are doing? They're using the numerology and astrology and applying it at an advanced level. But I also said something else at the very beginning. I said that this was a planet full of fake gods. Fake gods. That's what I said. How can I prove this? Well, if this is a 3rd dimensional planet, we've heard this many times, and we have already established that 3 is a criminal, then maybe all the regimes on this planet and all the power structure on this planet is criminal in nature because it has to be. Maybe the prime creator put us down here to see if we could flourish and not be part of this criminal energy, this criminal regime, this criminal gods and demons that actually run this world.
Wow.
Think about it. And if this is a 3D realm, who are you praying to then? Who are you praying to then? You are praying to actual demons who are siphoning your energy in the 3rd dimension. Because that's what we're in. We're in the 3rd dimension, and these demons are siphoning your energy. When you pray, you become prey. The number 3, 3rd dimensional plane. Why do you think they call it the 4 horsemen?
Why?
4th dimensional plane. Now, you've heard the word matrix thrown out many times. By the way, Andrew Tate didn't say the word matrix once until he talked to me on the phone. So we'll leave that at that. Shout out to those guys for making my matrix word famous. Congrats. Anyways, when it comes to this metaphysical science type of thing, But when it comes to the word matrix, there's always words within words. Within the word matrix, you have the word rat. The rat in Chinese astrology is favored by the matrix. Now, how would we prove this? How would we prove that the rat is favored by the matrix? We try to see when the elite established certain things. Israel was founded in 1948, year of the rat.
Wow.
The rat is good friends with the monkey. Then we talk about America being founded 1776, the year of the monkey. So now do we understand why America always protects Israel?
Always.
I would consider the Saudi government probably the most favorable to Israel in the Middle East. Saudi Arabia was founded 1932, year of the monkey.
Wow.
Doesn't America and Saudi Arabia run a petrodollar scam that basically forces the world to use American dollars? And by the way, as an American, I'm very thankful for that. Okay? Because that's it. When it comes down to people who are telling you, kill the Fed, kill the Fed. Yeah, you could have killed the Fed before the Titanic sunk and they signed that stuff on Jekyll Island in 1930. I would have been all for killing the Fed then. At this point, you can't kill the Fed. The Fed is a parasite. Unfortunately, the parasite is attached to the host, the United States of America. And if you take that parasite, the United States of America, and detach it from the host, America dies as a superpower.
Wow.
So all these people who are saying kill the Fed, you're basically saying kill America as a superpower. Is that what you really want to do? Do you hate the Fed so much that you're willing to basically say, yo, my kids, my grandkids, that's it. Here you go, China. So I understand, and I'm not making any arguments about the Fed being economic terrorists. I'm telling you, America was never a superpower without the Fed. It came here in 1913. America didn't become a superpower until 1945. So yes, the Fed is not a good thing, maybe for the rest of the world. For an American, yo, I'm on Team Fed. I don't give a how that sounds either. I like the advantages I have as an American citizen. We're on top of the world.
Right.
What does that mean? That means our cost of living is way down. People can say anything they want about inflation. We're actually exploiting inflation through the Federal Reserve because everyone who needs those dollars to buy those, to buy oil from OPEC needs to buy in American dollars. What does the Saudi regime do? They basically use those dollars to prop up T-bills, American treasuries, and that's how the system goes. And as long as that system is in place, it doesn't matter how much our debt is. It's all garbage. As long as the Federal Reserve System is in place. But think about what I said. This is a criminal planet. So the superpower is going to have to do criminal activities to stay on top. So people can be righteous. People can say whatever they want. I want America to stay on top. I'm assuming you do too.
Yeah.
And yes, that's going to mean that we're going to do certain things that probably aren't in the best interest of the world. But I got to tell you, let's go back to the I want to have this conversation with the audience right now. World War I killed a lot of people, and that was in the middle of Spanish flu. They were trying to get rid of some of the people in the population. So they did World War I and Spanish flu at the same time. Came around, there was no war. If you're part of the elite and you want to get rid of people, like they did during World War I with the Spanish flu and the war, and you can just offer people a shot, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, black or white, y'all could have refused the vaccine. They gave people a choice. And instead of involuntary killing people, They put a vaccine out there and they gave people a choice. Yes, the propaganda was take it, take it, take it. But if you're a dumb sheep, you're a dumb sheep. If you were smart enough to say, yo, I don't want that vaccine. There's something wrong with this. When the state of Ohio is giving you $1 million lottery ticket, if possibly to win if you take the vaccine. When you're in Washington, D.C., and they're giving kids joints to take the vaccine, you should have known something was wrong. They're trying too hard. But they didn't force anyone. They'll take your job away, yes. Yeah, blah, blah. But they didn't force anyone. If you were in the military, you could have just quit. I understand it was tough, but you could have just quit. It didn't matter, again, if you were rich or poor, what your religion was, what your race was, what your gender was. Straight, gay, nothing mattered. You could have said no. Is that not a better option than sending people off to war?
It's a lot easier, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier. And if you're looking at it from their standpoint, they believe they're benevolent. This generation of elite believe they're benevolent because they didn't do what happened during the last great pandemic, because during the last great pandemic, it was the middle of a war too, World War I. They didn't do that this time.
Why do you think they want to depopulate, though?
I think all their infrastructure is in place. I think that's what they needed capitalism for, to build infrastructure. And now that all that stuff's in place, all the roads have been built, everything's done, now I think they don't need that many people to maintain it. I personally believe a lot of people have died from the vaccine and we just don't know about it. I personally believe that. I mean, there's a lot of stories of the mailman gone missing, or, people who knew someone who was working there and now they're not working there anymore. All of a sudden they died. But this is not something we'd see because the statistics aren't available to us. I don't know if your neighbor 2 down the street died. What we do know is we can contact the funeral homes and they say business is booming. What does that tell you?
People are dying.
People are dying.
Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.